Zechariah chapter 14. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses spoiled, and the women defiled, and half of the city shall go into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. Then the Lord shall go forth and fight against those nations, as when he fought in the day of battle. And his feet shall stand in that day upon the Mount of Olives, which is before Jerusalem on the east side. And the Mount of Olives shall cleave in the midst thereof. Toward the east and toward the west there shall be a very great valley, and half of the mountain shall remove toward the north, and half of the mountain toward the south. And ye shall flee unto the valley of the mountains, for the valley of the mountains shall reach unto Azel. Yea, ye shall flee like as ye fled from the earthquake in the days of Uzziah king of Judah. And the Lord my God shall come, and all the saints with thee. And in that day shall there be no clear light, but dark. And there shall be a day, it is known to the Lord, neither day nor night, but about the evening time it shall be light. And in that day shall their waters of life go out from Jerusalem, half of them toward the east sea, and half of them toward the uttermost sea, and shall be both in summer and winter. And the Lord shall be king over all the earth. In that day shall there be one Lord, and his name shall be one. All the land shall be turned as a plain from Geba to Rimmon, toward the south of Jerusalem, and it shall be lifted up, and inhabited in her place. From Benjamin's gate unto the place of the first gate, unto the corner gate, and from the tower of Hananiel unto the king's winepresses. And men shall dwell in it, and there shall be no more destruction, but Jerusalem shall be safely inhabited. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away, though they stand upon their feet. And their eyes shall consume in their holes, and their tongue shall consume in their mouth. But in that day a great tumult of the Lord shall be among them, and every one shall take the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor. And Judah shall fight also against Jerusalem. And the arm of all the heathen shall be gathered round about, with gold and silver, and great abundance of apparel. Yet this shall be the plague of the horse, of the mule, of the camel, and of the ass, and of all the beasts that be in these tents at this plague. But it shall come to pass that every one that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. And whoso will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, even upon them shall come no rain. And if the family of Egypt go not up, and come not, it shall not rain upon them. This shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the heathen that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. This shall be the punishment of Egypt, and the punishment of all the nations that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. In that day shall there be written upon the bridles of the horses, the holiness unto the Lord. And the pots in the Lord's house shall be like the bowls before the altar. Yea, every pot in Jerusalem and Judah shall be holy unto the Lord of hosts. And all they that sacrifice shall come and take of them, and seethe therein. And in that day there shall be no more Canaanite in the house of the Lord of hosts.